So today we are going to see flowers. We have seen the leaf, the root, the stem. Now we come to the most beautiful part which all of us love, right? The flowers. The flowers, which if you see into the plant, they are of different colors in different plants. They have different kind of smells, very beautiful fragrances. The flowers are the best thing by which we identify a particular plant, right? If I show you a simple stem of a rose, or I show you a stem of rose with some leaves, or I show you a stem with a beautiful flower, which one will you identify the better one? The one with the flower, right? This stem with the flower you are able to identify because of the peculiarity, because of the beauty, because of the beautiful fragrance of the rose flower. So flowers help us to identify a particular plant. These flowers attract the bees, the insects and the butterflies so that they can come to this flower with the help of the beautiful smell, the nice color, the bright petals, and when they come to drink the juice of the flowers, they also help in pollination, which we will be seeing shortly. And these attractive brightly colored flowers also have different parts. So today we are going to see the different parts of a flower. Now I have this flower which is called hibiscus. Hibiscus is a very good flower to study the different parts because all the different parts are very clearly visible in this plant. Okay, so let me explain to you practically and then I will also draw the diagram and explain to you. So let's start from where the flower has started. This is the pedicel of the flower. Okay, the stalk is the pedicel of the flower. After this, can you see this green structure which are looking like leaves but they are not leaves. These are called sepals. And then comes the most favorite one, the brightly colored petals. So let's draw them first. So when I see a flower, I see that there is a stalk which is called pedicel. Then comes the leaf-like, small leaf-like structures. Right? These are not leaves. They are leaf-like. They look like leaves, which are called sepals. So this is the pedicel. This is the sepals. And then comes the beautiful red petals. I am saying red because my flower is red in color. Your flower may be of some other color. Right? So this is now petals. The pedicel, the sepals and the petals. When the flower is a bud, you will see that the petals are closed inside the sepals. If you see the bud of a rose, you can see only the green color, right? And then you can also see some pink color peeping out from that green color, and slowly it comes out completely and it spreads as beautiful petals and the sepals lie down at the bottom. Okay, so sepals are protective structures which protect the plant when, which protect the flower when it is a bud. The petals are the brightly colored part of the plant which attract the insects, bees and butterflies. Now, other than this, there are two more structures which are there in the plant. That's why I said hibiscus is a very good plant to study these parts. Now, can you see this? Can you see this structure? Right? And also from the middle structure you can see thin threads coming out. So let's see what are those. At the center of this flower, there is a female part. The flower has a male and a female part as well. This is the female part of the flower which is called pistil. This is pistil, which is the female part of the flower. And from the female there are very small structures coming out, which is the male part of the flower. Okay, the male is called stamen. The male is called stamen. So now, what are the 5 overall structures of plants? Pedicel, sepals, petals, stamen, which is the male, and pistil, which is the female. The male and the female, the stamen and the pistil, they also have their own structure, which we will look into now. So let's look at the stamen. How does it look? If you look at the stamen, you will see there is a head-like structure which is attached by a thread-like structure. Okay? So this long thin thread-like structure is called filament, and the top head is called anther. This is the structure of a stamen. Inside the anther, there are pollen grains. Many small pollen grains are filled inside the anther. Okay. So inside the anther, what do you have? You have pollen grains. This is the structure of the male part of the plant, the stamen. Stamen has 2 parts. The head, which is called anther, and a thread-like filament. The anther consists of the pollen grains. Okay. Now let's see the female part of the flower. The female part is called the pistil. In the pistil there are 3 parts. Okay. The top part is called stigma. The top part is called stigma. The middle portion which connects the stigma to the ovary is called style, and the bottom oval portion is called ovary. So there are 3 parts of the pistil: stigma, style, ovary. Inside the ovary you have ovules. The same way what we had in the male, we had pollen grains inside the anthers. Here we have ovules inside the ovary. These are ovules which are found inside the ovary. Now you know that a flower gives rise to the fruits. If the season of mangoes is there and you have many mangoes trees around, then you will see that before the fruits come, you see the beautiful flowers, right? So why do the flowers come? Because only from flowers the fruit of mango or any other fruit is formed. So how is it formed? There is a stamen, as we all know, right? The male, which has pollen grains inside it. And due to the wind, due to the birds, due to butterflies which come to drink the juice of this flower, due to the insects and bees and the wind, as I said. So there are many factors because of which this pollen grain which is inside this, it reaches to the stigma of the female. Okay. And once it reaches there, it goes down and down. It goes to the ovule, and then a fruit is formed. Okay. After this pollination and fertilization, which we will see in higher classes, the fruit is formed. It is not there now, but I just wanted to give you a gist of it, that what is the importance of the male and the female part of the plant. Okay, so the pollens reach to the stigma and then go to the ovary and fuse with the ovule and form the fruit. So this ovary will form the fruit and the ovule inside will form the seed, right? It is very easy to remember. Remember an apple which looks just like this. The outer portion of the apple, the fleshy portion, the fruit, is formed by the ovary. The inside small seeds, they are formed by the ovules. It is just a trick to remember. Ovary forms the fruit, ovules form the seed. Okay, so like this, the topic of our flowers is also over and we are done with this chapter. I really enjoyed teaching you this chapter. I hope you enjoyed too, and if any questions you can let me know. Thank you.